Hey, good morning, everybody. It is Matt Modi with OddsJam, and in this video, got my NBA player prop best bets for you guys for today, Friday, November 4th. So I got four today, assuming the odds don't change. We'll see how things go, but I got four NBA player props for today, and might as well get into it. So, of course, finding all these plays, I use OddsJam. I use the positive expected value page for it. Using OddsJam, great way to have an edge over the sports books. If you're new to sports betting, or even if you aren't, you probably understand by now that sports books have an edge over you, and they have that edge by charging a juice, charging a vig, quote unquote, taxing odds, how they make their money. So in order to be profitable as a sports bettor, you need to have some sort of edge. And the way that I like to go about finding my edge is just using OddsJam and using the positive expected value page. So the way it works, and I will detail it while talking about this first betting opportunity that I'm locking in, is Paul George over 5.5 assists at plus 136 odds. And this is at FanDuel Sportsbook. So let me go ahead and lock this in. This is just going to be a half unit play for me. So $50 here on Paul George to record 6+ assists or over 5.5. Same thing. So let's chat about this one. So the play, as you saw, locked in FanDuel plus 136 odds. The reason why I know that this play has an edge over the sportsbook, in this case FanDuel, is because look at these no vig odds in this column here. So the way this works is OddsJam back tested a bunch of betting opportunities, like thousands, collected millions of data points from all of those betting opportunities, used that historical data to determine what sportsbooks are consistently the best at pricing odds. Pretty simple. Which ones are consistently do the best job at pricing odds, the most accurate at pricing odds. And then once they made this determination, they removed the VIG from all of those sharp sports books using a weighted average, giving heavier weight towards the sharper sports books. So I mentioned sports books charge a juice, they charge a tax, whatever you want to call it. That is called the VIG. And in order to get an accurate representation of what a sports book views a market to be priced at, you have to remove that VIG. And that's exactly what OddsJam does for you with all of these different incredibly smart sports books. So this plus 130, plus 131, if you want to round up, this can be viewed as the quote unquote true line of what a market should truly be priced at. So for example, we're talking stocks, Apple stock, all the reputable stock markets, stock exchanges. New York Stock Exchange has Apple at $300 a share. You can get them at some random exchange at $280. You would take advantage and you'd probably buy that stock knowing that, okay, well, it should be priced $20 higher than this. It's the same thing with sports betting. All sports books are different in terms of how they price odds, which means that you can find discrepancies amongst the sports books. So this plus 136, great price. So that is how, that's what positive EV means. That's how I know this betting opportunity is positive expected value. That's going to be a given. Whenever you're searching on the positive EV page, every play is going to be positive EV. So what can you do as the sports bettor using OddsJam to find the best of the best positive EV plays? Because they're all profitable, but there's a lot. So how do you narrow it down and find the best plays? There's a couple things you can do. Number one, if you open a play up in a new tab like this, not a new tab, it's you just click open a new play, it pulls up where every sportsbook prices odds. You literally just click anywhere where it's highlighted blue, right? So it's highlighted blue, click, pulls up this. See every sportsbook prices odds. This shows you the importance of being signed up for every sportsbook, for line shopping, because it just gives you all of the information about the betting markets that you need. So this plus 136 at FanDuel, pretty big outlier when you compare it to the rest of the betting markets, the rest of the sportsbooks. PointsBet and Caesars, DraftKings plus 115, plus 118, BetOnline plus 117, Pinnacle plus 116. Every single book prices this in the teens to the low teens from plus 110 to the high teens at plus 118. Regardless, not a single sportsbook prices it higher than plus 120. Every one of them is below plus 120. So this plus 136 at FanDuel is a pretty big gap between all of the sportsbooks, right? It's 21 cents higher than DraftKings, 19 cents higher than BetOnline, 20 cents higher than Pinnacle. Those are kind of the three sports books that I use specifically for player props. And basically all we're trying to do here, we're trying to determine whether this bet is an outlier, whether these odds are an outlier compared to the rest of the markets. Because if odds range from plus 136 all the way to plus 110, That's like the difference of $26 if you're betting $100. One of those has to be right and one of those has to be wrong. And wrong in terms of inaccurate. And if you take advantage of the inaccurate ones long enough, that's how you will be profitable. So the NBA season has gone incredibly well for me. For those of you that have been following along on me on Twitter at Jedi Modai, or even on this YouTube channel, it's gone incredibly well. So this is a good play. Paul George over 5.5 assists, plus 136 at FanDuel. It's a good play. The next one that I wanted to lock in here is this Kyle Kuzma over 2.5 assists. So actually the odds changed even more in our favor. They were at minus 115. Now, as you can see, they are at minus 114. So I'm going to go ahead and lock this one in at Barstool because they have the same odds as Bet Rivers. So I'm going to lock it in on Barstool. This is a 3/4 unit play. So $75 on this one. Kyle Kuzma over 2.5 assists. And actually one thing that I forgot to mention is you should track your bets. So if you click into a play, and you put in how much you bet, click save, and do the same thing here. Make sure I add the money that I put on it. Tracking your bets is something that's really important to do to be profitable in the long run, because you just need to understand whether you are profitable or not, and if not, where you're not and what you could do to change that. So OddsJam offers one for completely free. You can also sync your sports books. So like if I go to PointsBet, you already linked your PointsBet account. So I won't need to manually add anything for certain sports books. So I'll definitely recommend syncing all of the sports books that you haven't yet and going to OddsJam and just using the free bet tracker. But regardless, this Kyle Kuzma play over 2.5 assists. No big line prices this at minus 120. We got it at minus 114 at Bet Rivers or Barstool or Unibet or TwinSpires. I think all use the same odds provider. So this is the second one, Kyle Kuzma over 2.5 assists. Let me give this page a refresh because the odds have kind of changed on me. So here's another one that we're locking in. Looks like we're fading Paul George points. So we're taking his over assists. Looks like we're fading his points. But this is actually a brand new play. So let me see if this is something that I like or not. And this is a play. I'm going to come back to it, and I can tell you why. So Pinnacle has this at minus 140. And then the other books kind of have it. Actually, no, this is a good one. I need to look at it a little more. This is a good one. I'll take this. Paul George under 25.5 points. I'll just put what the recommended unit size telling me on this one. So I'll put another 75, another half unit play on this one. So I need to go to the Clippers. And I'm looking at player scoring, and I'm fading Paul George to, looks like the odds changed on that one to minus 110. So this is no longer a play. Yep, as you can see, the odds change, and it's no longer positive EV. No big odds had it at minus 109, minus 109.69. No longer positive EV, so this is no longer a play. So let me go ahead and refresh this, and let's keep searching. So here's another play, brand new. Shows you the importance of making sure you lock in plays when you can. Jordan Clarkson over 4.5 assists. And yeah, this is an awesome play. Awesome play. I'm going to go ahead and lock this one in. I'm going to put a full unit on this one, which is $100 for me. So for those of you at home, whatever one unit is what I'd recommend putting on this one. And it is Jordan Clarkson over 4.5 assists. 1 unit play. This one has been locked in. Perfect. And we're good to go. So this is my third NBA player prop for today. Jordan Clarkson over 4.5 assists. The reason why I like this one so much, look at FanDuel compared to the rest of the markets. It's insane. Minus 122. Everything else is in the minus 150s or minus 160s. Pinnacle has it as the most favored. Minus 169. BetOnline, minus 159. DraftKings, minus 165. The book that's remotely, not even remotely close, that's the closest, is 32 cents higher at minus 154. That's just insane value here. So this is an awesome play. I locked it in for a full unit. So let me add this one to my bet tracker. Click save. So that's the third play. Let me give this one more refresh. Let me find one more betting opportunity for you guys today. All right, here's the last one I'm going to lock in. Vooch over 15.5 points, minus 108 at Bet Rivers. So let me go ahead and go and lock in this one. So I need to go to the Magic game. Wow, I forgot that he was on the Bulls. I just associated him with the Magic for so long. Forgot he was on the Bulls now. That's embarrassing. So I need to go to Vooch over 15.5 points. This is going to be a half unit play for me at minus 108 odds. Perfect. So this is going to be my fourth and final player prop for today. Nikola Vucevic over 15.5 points for the Bulls, not the Magic. That was embarrassing. Minus 108 odds. Same logic here, right? No big line. Minus 109. Above the minus 108. And look across the board. Pinnacle, minus 129. BetOnline, minus 123. DraftKings, minus 125. The only one that's kind of close is PointsBet at -115. It's still 7 cents higher. Then it's like FanDuel at 12 cents higher, which is clearly closer to all the other books. So all in all, 4 good plays that I got for you guys today. So hopefully we have a successful day. If you're tailing these, good luck. Let me know. Other than that, remember to like the video, subscribe to the OddsJam YouTube channel. But that's it. So thanks for watching and have a good one.